the field was a boring dread, it still remained in some hidden place. Find the one before this field comes under. Say it loud, don't let it disperse in this crowd. Maybe say it twice, stop trying to be nice. Don't let the feeling wane, or else shut your mouth again.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Sama. I'm Derek Mazzoni, your host. Thanks for being here. Hope you're well. I am here with Greg Saunier from Deerhoof and my friend Juana Molina, who is many things and has created much work in her life, as has Greg. They're not part of a little ensemble called Congotronics, which we've been playing a lot on the radio, and love the concept. I've been a big fan of music from Kinshasa for many years. I've had the honor of having a few artists from that amazing city on my shows. And so here we are now. Juana, how are you?
How are you doing? I'm fine. Very happy with this tour.
Congotronics. How did it
Yes.
happen?
I've got a call from Mark Hollander telling me that Lawrence Bell from Domino had recommended me for his project. And I think he didn't even have to finish to explain what the project was about, and I had already said yes. I was
Perfect.
yes. I don't know. I've been listening to music from all over the world since I'm a little girl, so I thought it was a great chance, opportunity to see what that was from closer.
To get in it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Greg, how did you become part of this Congotronics ensemble experience?
I mean, the whole idea was Mark Hollander's, and I think he somehow, I mean, they did a tribute compilation where they had many different artists doing remixes and covers of their Congotronics bands, and then certain ones of those, Mark thought, oh, we should make a tour, like.
Yes.
Okay. No,
Yes, I had forgotten about that. We first made a record with the first thing I was offered was to make a remix of to pick a song from Konono Number One or Kasai All Stars, and I chose one from Kasai All Stars and made like a cover of my own with a different band. Like an old song from my first record, I adapted to the music from Kasai All Stars, and I had completely forgotten about that. Yes, and then after that record came out, Mark had the idea to make the supergroup, as Greg just said.
And that's Congotronics versus Rockers, and that was the record too.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah,
I love that record.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, finish.
No, I was gonna say that then we abandoned the rockers, then the verses, and made a whole thing just more together, not anyone versus anybody and anybody else. So
Okay. Okay.
The reason for that was it was more likely that the Congotronics were fighting with each other, or that the rockers were fighting.
He's in Tucson. That's tough. For some reason, bad internet going on there. So, Kinshasa, Congo, one of the biggest cities in the world,
yes,
one of the most intense cities, and
I've
a very
never
different-
been.
Me neither, but a very different culture, than I think we're quite used to. So, what was that like? What was it like playing with this band, playing with these musicians, playing from with it's you guys are musicians, so you're used to traveling and being in different places. But these are really interesting, divergent cultures, and I'm curious, what was that experience like for you guys? I did we did my homework, and I know that it's like any band, there's going to be like a little tension, but this is language and culture and all these things. So curious, what was your experiences like?
Well, yes, I think that the experience was more about getting to know each other, so no one got vexed for a cultural misunderstanding. Maybe you said something, you were laughing, and then the other person didn't understand it was a joke. So it was a lot of explanation and patting shoulders and saying, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. And to me, it was a challenge to have everybody more or less at ease, because I could feel the I don't know how to say that, the offenses of some of them that weren't very sure about what was happening. But then on stage, all that became like completely forgotten, and I regret that we haven't recorded the 2 first rehearsals where everybody just did something without thinking at all. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this is going to be really good, because we were so careful about what everybody else was playing that there weren't, the egos and personalities weren't interfering with, oh, I'm not playing enough, oh, he's playing more than me, that kind of thing. It was just about the music, and it was so great, but nothing of that got recorded. And then anyway, many things from those sessions became really, well, what we did afterwards. And we had previously worked more or less on little ideas that we were sending to the group. Okay, I've had these 4 measures that go like this, and then somebody else would do something with those things, which is a bit strange for me to work at the distance. I like to work with people in the same room. Mm-hmm. I have never been too good working on my own on somebody else's idea that has been finished like a week ago or in a different moment than the one I am living right now. That's why I haven't done many collaborations, not at all, almost. And this was really strong. We were 19 people on stage, and everybody was very different. The ideas, the way you felt music, and the name of the record, Where's the One, comes exactly from there. That someone was playing, and then another person caught the rhythm the bar starting in a completely different part of the one that you were counting. And there was all these conversations all the time about, but where's the one? But where's the downbeat? Where's the one? So, and that was like every day, every second, all the time. And I loved that. I kind of loved that.
That's amazing. So we have some footage that Mark sent to us from your performance in Japan.
Okay.
And I've seen it, and you guys look like you're having a blast. It's not like one of those moments where I'm just going to do my part and riff here. I don't know
Oh
what's
no
going
no
on.
no no! It was I had one of the greatest times of my life being on that tour. The
That's saying
previous
something.
parts, the during parts, and the afterward parts. I loved it, and I had no friends, and I mean everything became really nice at some point.
Hey everybody, Derek Mazzoni here. Thank you for watching Sama, Seattle Sacred Music and Art. I hope you like what we're doing here. And if you do, please remember to like, subscribe, and follow so we can bring you more of these amazing artists from all over the world. Thanks.